So this channel could easily become the Willa Cather fan club. You might have seen a couple of months ago when I reviewed her O Pioneers, and since then I've read 3 other books by her. And so many thanks to my sister Anna, who wrote her thesis on Willa Cather and got our little family book club into reading her, because I haven't been this blown away by an author since my early 20s. When I first discovered John Steinbeck, I did the same thing I'm doing now, where I just gulped down everything he wrote over the course of a couple of months. And with Steinbeck, it wasn't a good thing because I got all those books mixed up in my head and I had to read them again years later. So I'm taking Willa Cather a little bit slower, but it is the same thing. I just have rarely met someone who writes such powerful books in such clear, simple language. She has the ability to paint scenery in a way that makes me feel more alive as I walk around, makes me smell the jasmine in my backyard and pay better attention to the birds and trees. But it's not only that, she has these rich characters that you care about so much. And she's known for having characters from the Midwest, kind of the late pioneer times. But this book, Shadows on the Rock, is special because this is 16th century Quebec. And only someone of Willa Cather's stature could make a book about this an event. Everybody was waiting for this book to come out when it did, because it doesn't matter what she's writing about, it's going to be amazing. And this one was. And it also had a rare instance of a female protagonist. It was a young girl being there with her apothecary father, and her mother passed away, and just seeing life on this early French colony. It's also nice for me because there's some French in there, and my French is actually starting to come a little bit, so I can make out the French that's in this book, which is a nice feeling for me. But what's even more powerful about Willa Cather is that she has the boldness to say definitive things about life. There is a tendency these days in both literature and science to not make bold proclamations. I even see in my own work that I don't want to say anything too grand, because there's always some things about it that aren't true. There's always a counter argument to what you're saying. And she has the guts to just call life like it is in just a sentence or two that she slips in throughout the book. I always walk away from her book with about a half dozen sentences where it's like, yeah, that is how life is. And I hadn't seen it like that before. And so I would recommend Shadows on the Rock. It's only 170 pages. It's a fast read. And you care so much about 16th century Quebec and the people that you're reading about. And with her trademark, there's always one terribly gruesome thing in her books that I never forget. And this book also has one too. So that is one more thing that you'll never forget from Willa Cather.